And we live in the most interesting of times, because we face simultaneously face civilizational decline, and incredible prosperity, and these timelines are interwoven. If Mamdani's policies are put into place, especially at scale, it would be a catastrophic decline in living standards, not just for the rich but for everyone, as has been the case with every socialist experiment, or every yeah. So, but then, as you pointed out, the irony is that the ultimate capitalist thing of AI and robotics enabling prosperity for all and an abundance of goods and services, actually the capitalist implementation of AI and robotics, assuming it goes down the good path, is actually what results in the communist utopia. Because fate is an irony maximizer.
Right, and an actual socialism of maximum abundance, of high income people.
Universal high income.
Yeah.
Like the problem with communism is its universal low income. It's not that everyone gets elevated; it's that everyone gets oppressed, except for a very small minority of politicians who live lives of luxury. That's what's happening every time it's been done.
Yeah.
But then the actual communist utopia, if everyone gets anything they want, will be achieved. If it is achieved, it will be achieved via capitalism, because fate is an irony maximizer.
I feel like we should probably end it on that. Is there anything else?
The most ironic outcome is the most likely, especially if entertaining.
Well, everything has been entertaining. As long as the bad things aren't happening to you, it's quite fascinating. And it's never a boring moment.
Yes. So I do have a theory of why, if simulation theory is true, then it is actually very likely that the most interesting outcome is the most likely, because only the simulations that are interesting will continue. The simulators will stop any simulations that are boring because they're not interesting.
But here's the question about the simulation theory: is the simulation run by anyone, or
it would be run by someone?
It would be run by
some
force.
The program, like in this reality that we live in, we run simulations all the time. Like, so when we try to figure out if the rocket's gonna make it, we run thousands, sometimes millions of simulations just to figure out which path is the good path for the rocket, and where can it go wrong, where can it fail. But when we do these, I'd say at this point, millions of simulations of what can happen with the rocket, we ignore the ones that are where everything goes right, because we just care about we have to address the situations where it goes wrong. So basically, and for AI simulations as well, like all these things, we keep the simulations going that are the most interesting to us. So if simulation theory is accurate, if it is true, who knows? Then the simulators will continue to run the simulations that are most interesting. Therefore, from a Darwinian perspective, the only surviving simulations will be the most interesting ones. And in order to avoid getting turned off, the only rule is you must keep it interesting, or you will, because the boring simulations will be terminated.